Hi friends, it's Tiffany from Quarter Acre Clay. So I wanted to make a little quick video about what's going on in the garden, and it's not a positive video. So this morning I did my natural routine. I every morning wake up, Bella and I go to the garden, we let the chickens out, and then I do a walk through the garden, see how things are going, and check on things. Well, this morning I discovered there was some serious carnage going on in the garden last night. I do believe we have serious chipmunks, rabbits, and I found slugs. So this morning was not a good morning. We lost a lot of plants last night. And I wanted to kind of show you what I'm going to do about these problems in the garden when you have critters and pests in your garden. This morning I noticed that all of my Brussels sprouts are gone. Half of the pepper plants are eaten or destroyed. Half of my beans are eaten or destroyed. And my squash plants are pretty much destroyed and dead. Now, I think it's not just one element. I think the slugs are definitely part of this. Rabbits. I saw a rabbit in my garden last night when I tucked in the chickens, and I didn't think much of it because I have a fence, guys. But clearly I need to patch some holes in the fence. And I have seen chipmunks living underneath the chicken coop because I have a pallet under the chicken coop, and I know it's a perfect home for chipmunks. So, with all of this being said, I love animals. You know I love animals. So I'm not going to kill them. That's not my thing. Some people are like, get a gun, da-da-da-da-da. I trained Bella to chase rabbits. She's getting older, and apparently she just doesn't care anymore because she's lazy. So that's not an option. So I'm not going to kill or harm the animals. Well, maybe the slugs, because they're gross. I'll show you. I have a video of it. It's gross. But I do want to show you some ideas that I have and how I'm going to solve these problems. So right here, I'm not drinking, and it's like noon. I thought about it this morning when I saw all the carnage in my garden. Not going to lie. I was like, it is way too early for this. If you see my Instagram, I went off. But anyways, so to make myself feel better, I went and bought plants. Okay, I don't love buying plants because I'm cheap. I've always said I'm frugal. Seeds are great. I did start new seeds in my little greenhouse this morning, but that's going to take weeks. And hello, it's already almost June. I want some peppers. So I bought myself some peppers to cheer myself up. I also bought myself, what is this one? Oh, some more squash. But look, this one little plant has 4 plants in it. So I think I paid like $3 something for it at the big box retailer. But I got 4 plants. So I specifically picked one which had a lot to get more bang for my buck. So that's something to think about when you buy plants. Make sure you don't get one that just have 1 plant, because I can separate these and we have 4. So that made me feel a little better. Now, let's talk about beer. I like beer, but this is not why I have the beer. So I have this beer. It's just cheap beer I bought at Aldi, and these cups. I'm going to make slug traps. So from what I understand, this is the first time I've dealt with slugs. They will eat your entire freaking garden. So you got to get rid of them. So I've already gotten messages from people and my research, and it's beer. You got to make a beer trap. So I'm going to make a beer trap, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I also bought, apparently as everybody in Cleveland is making gardens. I mean, we already knew that, but they're having probably same fencing issues. So I wanted bird netting, but they didn't have it. So I got hardware cloth. So I am going to go around my entire garden and find any size hole that a rabbit could fit through or a chipmunk could fit through, and I'm going to cover it up. I also could use this hardware cloth wire to cover up my seedlings if I need be. I did it with my radishes earlier because I also have bird issues too. Love birds, but they ate all my sunflower seeds. So I noticed they were picking on my radish sprouts, so I covered that with hardware cloth too. So I'll show you what I'm doing in the garden. Just wanted to chat with you and talk about what's happening, and that this is gardening. I feel like I mention it in every video. There's ups and downs of gardening, and unfortunately, today is a down day for me. So let's take all this into the garden, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay. So we're back in the garden, and I wanted to just start with showing you some of the things that happened. And this is my, this was my Brussels sprouts and my squash. And this is calendula. This one's doing okay. We have lost half of them though. So I just wanted to show you, I'll take you over here to the peppers and the beans as well, and show you what happened and then what I'm gonna do to fix it. Okay, so let me just show you a little of the details. If you look closely, this used to be a Brussels sprout. Right there. Used to be a Brussels sprout. What is that? It's a whole lot of nothing. So there's that. And then let's go over here. Oh look, it's the saddest calendula you'll ever see in your life. Literally. Hello. It's supposed to be in the ground. This one's doing okay. But apparently, this one, and they didn't even have the decency to actually eat the whole thing. They just chopped it down, which is rude. And then, so this is also where I found a huge slug. I'll show you the video. I took a video of it. So I'm going to do a slug trap here. But let's go. Look at my squash plant. I'm sorry, are there any leaves? Oh, this tiny itty bitty thing. Maybe it will sprout. I don't know. Weird though. This one's fine. Didn't eat that one. So I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, so we're gonna go to the peppers now and show you, and the beans. So I don't know if you've been following me on Instagram. My beans have been taking off in this row here. I even built this bean trellis yesterday because I was so excited about them. Well, let's take a closer look here. We had beans, and this is happening. There's weeds too, don't worry about it. Can we talk about this situation here? That's not even the worst of it. So I was like, oh great, we have beans. And what in the heck is this situation? Seriously? But then you have this one, which is fine. I am so perplexed. They're being very selective because then you have this one, not so fine. Oh, how's that bean plant looking? Where is it? Does that look like a healthy bean plant? I'm gonna go with a no. So I got a serious problem in my hands. Those are beans. I showed you all the happy peppers. Well, we still have some. But can we talk about this pepper situation here? Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you in the row? And why are you completely detached, Mr. Pepper? Oh, great. Awesome. That's just gonna go to the chickens. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. But what is happening here? Let's just keep on looking. Oh, hi, happy pepper plant. That is the saddest pepper plant I've ever seen. Great. Oh, wait, there's still more. Someone had a freaking field day in my pepper row. That used to be a pepper plant. Not cool. So, it's time to wage war. Okay, so I'm back in the garden. We're back to where my Brussels sprouts were. And this is where I found a slug this morning. So I figured, well, why not make a slug trap right here? Now, I know I have slugs because we've gotten a ton of rain lately. And actually, all of the wood chips I made in my past is really retaining the moisture, which is great in theory because I have barely had to water my garden because we've gotten so much rain. Love that idea, but so do the slugs. So I've read you should have toads in your garden for slugs, which I do. I made a rain garden. There's tons of toads over there, but clearly it's not working. So I'm making a slug trap. So I have my supplies. I'm going to use this trusty old Solo cup. You guys know I use these everywhere in gardening. And I have my beer and I'm gonna bury this, but I'm gonna make it a little smaller because I don't think we need the cup to be this big. And so I guess the theory is the slugs will get attracted to the scent of the beer, just like, you know, my husband. And they will go into this cup, hypothetically, we're gonna see, try to drink the beer and drown and can't get out. So let's see if it works. So basically I cut it in half essentially because I don't want it to be that big. And I'm gonna bury this, right in the middle. Oh my gosh, I just found the stem to my Brussels sprout. So right in the middle of my row. I don't care, I'm just gonna try it. So I'm gonna dig a little hole and I'll give you guys a little close-up after it's done. Put it in the hole. Make sure it's basically ground level. I'm just gonna put this over here. We don't need that now because we want the slugs to be able to get into it. Okay? So, because if you think about a slug is like slithering on the ground. So, put it in the hole. Get your bottle opener out of your back pocket. Crack open the beer. Smells good to me. Pour it in. I didn't pour it all the way. I did like halfway up. And that's it, supposedly. So, and then I guess you could finish the beer. I should eat something before I do that. Anyways, and that's it. So let's just see if it works. I'm gonna do more than one of these. So I'm gonna do one here. I'm probably gonna do one by the peppers. I'm definitely gonna do one by the calendula. I'm just gonna kind of scatter them around and see what happens. And we'll go from there. So, that's it. I mean, it's the easiest thing ever. It's how you make a slug trap. So I guess that's it. Don't forget that, you know, gardening isn't always rainbows and butterflies. I mean, there's definitely those days, but I wanted to show you different days. And that's gardening. I mean, it is what it is. Nothing's perfect. No, my life's not perfect. So you just roll with it. And I learned something new today. Let's see if the slugs will go in here. So just wanted to make a quick video, show you how to catch slugs, and keep an eye on my Instagram because I'll update you and see if it works. And don't forget to subscribe to my videos. And if you guys have any tips or tricks for me, please comment. Let me know. What should I do? All right. I guess I'll just talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.